haven't really, at least on your show, reflected about the whole kind of campaign season and these various sort of YouTube-related interventions. I'm thinking of the 2 YouTube debates and sort of how things ultimately shook out with Obama and McCain as the final candidates, and then the sort of big Obama win, at least in the Electoral College, although, you know, he certainly, you know, did not win the South. I mean, how do you think, looking back, you know, you've covered this election from the very beginning, looking at these sorts of utopian claims for YouTube. What do you think now?
Yeah, some of the utopian claims didn't really pan out, did they? The Republican YouTube debate was marred by about 20 people submitting questions that were linked to Democrats. Now, for me, that didn't really mean that they weren't good questions that they shouldn't be able to answer. But Republicans took that as, oh, the Democrats are infiltrating. I mean, they were still good questions. Who cares where they came from? But CNN should have definitely done a better job of vetting those. By the way, CNN was the one who vetted those questions on the YouTube debate, not YouTube, because YouTube specifically wanted to cover their ass and say, oh, we're not the ones actually vetting the questions, CNN is. So if that debate had been a real YouTube user-generated debate, it would have been users actually voting on the questions that they wanted answered. So that didn't actually happen. The interaction between the candidates and the people using YouTube, that didn't actually happen in a vast or meaningful way either. I think the groundwork is there, and even if those things, you know, even if those things don't pan out just the way that I thought that they could or would or should, I think in general the basic idea that you now have this platform that anybody can use, and that presidential candidates and the mainstream media are on the same platform that a college kid in a dorm room can use, and that they can both, in theory, have the same reach to the same audience, I think that's the real game changer, and that's been the real positive side of it. I'm actually going to be at YouTube Live on Friday or Saturday, and my job is to introduce the politics section of the show. So there's a 2-minute package that they prepared, and I've seen it. And it starts off with these YouTube gaffes, you know, the George Allen moment, or the I think it's Conrad Burns, or one of those, the sleepy senator from Montana. These YouTube caught on tape moments, bomb Iran. But it transitions from that, and it shows like the YouTube debates. It shows it shows all the videos of all these people making, you know, talking to the presidential candidates or getting involved in the process. So I think it's basically brought a lot more people into the process, engaged them in ways that they haven't been engaged before. It's made the process more interesting and hopefully a little bit more open. And I think now there's a crack in the door. Hopefully the door will open wider in future elections. And also in the White House, as Obama hopefully makes better use of YouTube than just posting a video of him talking to the camera, but also uses these technologies to really interact with and reach out to his supporters.